Good afternoon. This is Diane, DNF Properties. Today's May 31st, and I just wanted to give you a quick update on what we've been learning this week in our meetings. State Farm is leaving California. You no longer will be able to get a homeowner's policy on a new policy in the state of California. They'll renew existing people. So if you have an existing State Farm, don't worry about it. They won't kick you out. But if you let it lapse, so don't let it lapse, they will not reinstate you. They're getting out because costs are just too expensive to build in California. And then we've had a lot of wildfires and a lot of losses. So they just want out. Hopefully, we won't get other insurance companies to follow suit. That could mean a lot of problems for everybody. We're all going to pay a lot more for our insurance. Let's see what happens in the future. Another thing too about insurance, make sure you're properly insured. There are a lot of people that have never looked at their policy. They don't look at their policy. They don't know how much they're covered. I know personally some people that have had fire damage in their home and they weren't properly insured, and they just don't get enough to do what they need to do on their home. If you're a buyer, make sure you get your insurance in line before you purchase that home. A lot of buyers are going in with no contingencies. And if you write no contingencies and you can't get insurance, or insurance is too expensive that might even throw you off on your ratios for qualifying purposes, you may lose your deposit. So be very careful. Talk to your real estate agent. Make sure you do all your homework before you make an offer on a piece of property. It's still very competitive out there. There's still email fraud going on with wire fraud. Title companies have been reporting that that's still going on. So if you're in contract to purchase a home, never believe the wire information that you get via email. Always check with the title company to make sure they sent it to you and to make sure you have the proper wire instructions. I personally like my clients to either get a cashier's check and take it directly to the title company, or they call the title company and get it verbally from the title company, because it's out there. They're stealing people's money and you can never get it back. That'd be devastating for a lot of buyers. All their money for their down payment and all this, well, not all, whatever they wire is gone. That's not very good. A perspective on interest rates. In 2021, the average interest rate was 2.96%. In 2022, it jumped to 5.43%. As of May 2023, the average rate is 6.43%. That's a very big jump in a very short time. From 2021 to 2023, that's a very big jump. That's why a lot of people have left the market. That is really put an impact on a lot of buyers, and they're no longer able to afford pieces of property because interest rates are so high, or they have to go into a lower piece of property instead of a single family home. They may have to go into a townhome. But just to give you an idea of what's happening with rates, they have been trailing up and down a little bit this week. In general, I think they've been going down since the peak last year, but they're still on the high side, and a lot of people are talking that they're going to go down a little bit more. But of course, nobody knows for sure. We just have to wait and see. For some reason, commercial real estate is doing very well, which is a good sign. Maybe there's people that are going to start with new employment out there, but the commercial agents are saying that that's doing very well. Open houses are still extremely healthy, but buyers are taking a wait and see attitude. There's still multiple offers, but there's not that big rush and that big excitement to make an offer quickly on a home. So they're still going over prices. If they're priced correctly, the homes, they're still going over a little bit, sometimes in some cases a lot. But there are a lot of buyers that are just looking and taking their time. What else? Oh, there's a new law that's passing in Santa Cruz County. So if you're buying something in Santa Cruz County that it's on septic, a point of sale, meaning that has to be done before close of escrow. The point of sale is septic inspections. So if you're on a septic in Santa Cruz County, that is a part of the real estate deal. Who's going to pay for the inspection and who's going to pay for the work, if there's any, that's up to negotiations between the buyer and the seller. So if I were a seller in Santa Cruz County, I think I would advise my seller to get that inspection beforehand and to get any costs of repair, if there is repair, And at least they'll have that, just like roof inspections and termite inspections and everything else, at least they'll have that inspection ready to give a buyer, and then at that point they can negotiate. We already have a point of sale law in Morgan Hill, which is the sewer lateral. So in Morgan Hill, when you sell a home, you have to have the inspection where they go in with the cameras to see if the sewer has collapsed or not. So that's already in Morgan Hill. And again, agents are getting inspections done as part of their pre-marketing inspections and prep for the home. And then again, it's a matter of negotiation between the buyer and the seller at contract, unless the seller, of course, is willing to do the work beforehand. There's some rules also, new rules with fire hardening. So fire hardening is areas of Santa Clara County that and California that are high to moderate risk of fires. Usually up in the hills where there's not that much firefighters, etc. From what I understand, they're going to be rearranging those boundaries. So that means that more homes that are in regular tract neighborhoods closer to the hills may now be in a fire hardening zone. And if you are in that zone, you got to do a lot of stuff too to make sure that you clear the brush and make sure that you're not going to be impacted by a fire as much as if you didn't have a lot of the fuel around your home. That's still in the talks, so when I get more information, I'll pass it on to you. And I just wanted to update you, and I hope you're having a good week. It's a beautiful day here in San Jose. Again, I'm Diane, DNF Properties, 408-221-6602, DRE number 007444960, and I'm also a licensed mortgage broker. So if you have any questions, give me a call. I'll be happy to talk to you. Hope you enjoy the video. Bye.